Hello, I'm Jashykins, and welcome to another little vlog review, this time of the Doctor Who episode, Robot of Sherwood. Now, I am loving how Clara is being handled this season, how she is definitely becoming a woman of her own. And she doesn't let her feelings for people make her act any differently, such as her feelings for Robin Hood, and she had asked the Doctor to take her back in time to see Robin Hood, even though the Doctor's like, fuck it, he doesn't exist. Fine, I'll take you. And she doesn't let her feelings for the Doctor, although in this season they're definitely painted as more friendly, but I still ship the fuck out of the two. And she doesn't let those feelings for either men make her act any differently. In fact, throughout the episode, she's like, "Really, you idiots? Really, you're Doctor, you're over 900 fucking years old, and you're acting like a little child." And she's strong. When she's being interrogated by, the Sheriff of Nottingham, she uses how allured he is with her to her advantage. And he's like, "Oh, I want you to be my queen." And he's like, "Fuck that shit." Yeah, Clara is definitely much better fleshed out now. Even though the episode was light and it was somewhat humorous, I really enjoy the detail of Clara, and she wore a nice dress. I mean, red looks really good on her. I think this episode and Asylum with the Daleks are the two episodes where she's really, looked really sexy. And she steps out of the TARDIS and goes, "Do you think this is a bit much?" Yeah. Good job with Clara so far. Love her. And as I mentioned, it's a very light-hearted episode. I mean, seriously, do you look at this title, Robot of Sherwood, and go, this is definitely a deep and insightful and thought-provoking episode? I mean, among other things, the problem is solved of the castle that's actually a spaceship being blown up over the English countryside is a golden arrow is fired at the outside of it. Suddenly it fixes and gives enough power to put it into orbit and explodes above Earth. I mean, seriously, I can take a lot of shit from this show, but like an arrow like that, okay, it's lighthearted, but still. And in the beginning of the episode, when Clara and the Doctor meet Robin Hood, the Doctor fights Robin Hood with a spoon. Robin Hood is using a sword. The Doctor is using a spoon. It was amusing. I mean, I didn't expect for it to go anywhere, but it was decent. And I think some people said that it was a reference either to the 3rd, 7th, or 11th Doctors. I don't know. If you want to express your opinion, just go down below and say it. And also, a good chunk of this episode was if Robin Hood was real or not. The Doctor thinks, hey, the Robin Hood can't be real, he's just a legend. And I think that probably is why the Doctor has some rivalry with him. Because you're not real, you're a robot, you're an enemy, and during one part he's like, see, you're a robot, see, these robots have a collection of stories about Robin Hood, so yeah, you have to be one of the robots, and you're giving people a false sense of hope. That's your purpose. And I think this really sheds light on the 12th Doctor's outlook on life. There is no hope. There's only a false sense of hope, and evil people are willing to give people a false sense of hope to control events. So yeah, the doctor just says this, and Robin Hood's like, what? Like, his whole world's being thrown upside down, and all the doctor's saying, you're not real, you're not real, you're not real. Fuck. So yeah, my final thoughts on the Doctor Who episode Robert of Sherwood, Robot of Sherwood, is that it was decent. It was a nice, fun, lighthearted episode, but I guess you could really say filler. Not the only thing to connect the two, but connect the episode to the rest of the season, is that it seems these robots are connected to the girl in the fireplace and the robots we saw in the first episode of this season. They talked about the promised land. Of course, one thing I'm slightly disappointed at is that I thought I had found a little pattern about characters that die in each episode being taken to heaven or paradise or wherever. And it didn't happen this episode. I'm like, damn it. I thought I was really onto something for the first time. And I have been Jashykins, owner at jashykins.blogspot.com. And if you go to my blog, you can see vlog reviews like this. The next part of the Animorphs reread should be out shortly. And the next chapter in my original science fiction series, S&N, should be out in a day or two. You know, I plan for things to happen and they go slower. Also, I am going to be on J&J Mondays tomorrow, and the first episode of With Extra Happy will be premiering this Wednesday on my YouTube channel, Jash Talks. And if you go to my blog on the sidebar thingy, you can see where else I am on the web and say hi. And if you're on YouTube and you go in the description, you'll see a link to donate your account. And if you donate your Facebook or Twitter accounts to my campaign, thank you very much. This will be especially useful if you're watching this and saying, hey, Jashykins really deserves a bigger audience. Here's the way to do that. And until next video, goodbye.